I actually auditioned in front of the Wachowskis, which was I was surprised.
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
So, what we're gonna do today, Tristan?
We're gonna meet David No. He's a filmmaker from Australia and
Right.
stunt action choreographer.
And we're gonna do a little bit of stunt driving as well, right?
If he's up for it.
Are you gonna puke?
I hope not.
I hope not. Okay,
Well,
let's
I didn't
see.
eat that much this morning, so
Okay.
I think I'm fine. Oh, there he is. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, David! Hey!
Welcome.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Good.
Can you introduce yourself for the audience?
Who's me? David will know. Who will know? David will know.
How did you get into filmmaking?
I'm kind of curious about that.
I was studying physiotherapy, so apparently this filmmaker was looking for a fight choreographer, and then when he met me, he offered me the main role, and that was my first film experience, and it was eye-opening. It was like the Matrix. It was like everything changed.
Wow.
The perception of the world changed. I'm an independent filmmaker and I direct films, but I also, in the stunt industry, I shoot previs. I just finished up doing a show, Jessica Jones. I'd get the script in the morning, I had to look at the scenes, analyze the action sequences, and then design the action sequences. If it was a fight scene, design the fight scenes, work out how we're going to do it, and then bring in all the stunt people, shoot a version of it.
Right.
Just in our stunt studio, what I call our stunt lab, and then present that to the producers, Netflix and Marvel. Sometimes productions follow the previous, and sometimes they don't. Some people refuse to look at the stunt vids,
Really?
which makes me think, well, why are we making it? You know.
Why is that?
That sounds weird.
But then there are other productions that follow it, and they're usually the productions that end up the action is acclaimed, because a modern, highly sophisticated action is a combination of three things: action in the frame, that's the choreography;
Yeah.
action of the frame, which is camera movement, and action between the frame, which is editing.
Yeah.
So you can't make good action unless you are doing these three things together in unison, in harmony. So you can have great action, but if the camera team doesn't shoot it well, or the editors don't edit it well, it'll look terrible.
Yeah.
True.
So when you look at some of the great action movies of the modern time, we're talking about like John Wick or Atomic Blonde or Hobbs and Shaw. The directors of these shows are all originally stuntmen.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Really?
They went from stuntmen to second unit directors, now they're directing. And
Wow.
because they have such a good understanding of action, that's why their projects look so good and their action looks good. There we go.
Yeah, it's David. So,
I've been in Teslas before, it's
Okay.
cool. This is not the scariest car I've ever been.
I'm the one who's reacted back.
I don't know, Tristan gets really scared all the time, every single time.
I bet I could get him to piss his pants.
I'm sure you could. You're a stunt driver.
How did you get involved with Matrix production?
My acting agent contacted me and said I have an audition, and I went to the audition, and it was with the Wachowskis. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh.
I heard nothing for months, and then I got a message. Oh, we want you to come up for wardrobe fitting, and then they flew me
Still
out.
didn't have the job officially? Even
They
with
were
the
very
wardrobe?
secretive about it, because they were so secretive. I didn't really know to what extent my role was. I was meant to be in the third movie as well, but in the second movie there's a big fight scene at the chateau, and there's where they have the big staircase.
Yeah.
And if you watch the movie, you see I get kicked across the room and I smash into a statue. And as I hit the statue kind of spun me around, and when my foot touched the ground, my knee locked out. So I actually traveled quite a long distance and landed on a locked out knee, and ouch. Took about a year to get better.
A year?
Yeah.
Done independent films, you've done studio films. What would you say is the difference between both of them?
An independent film is usually done out of love, and there's more creative control. When you're doing big film, we're talking about the $250 million films. I remember speaking to one director who directed one of the Ant films. He said that he was very disappointed in the end product because he had no control over the edit. He was allowed to shoot whatever he wanted to shoot, but the studio had final say on the edit. So the end product is not what he wanted to make.
That sucks. That happens. I didn't know anything about like the directors, doesn't have any allowance to edit.
Or especially like the television system. Directors come in per episode. The directors are guests. So the people that are there the longest are the producers and the DOP and all the different heads of department. So and even the actors. The director's just turning up for the first time.
Okay.
So sometimes the director wants to do some things and the actors are like, no, my character wouldn't do that, because the actor knows better what their character is like.
What's kind of the difference between Korean and American productions?
Yeah. Korea and Japan, there's 2 DOPs. So there's what I call the 3 wise men. You have the director, the camera director, and the lighting director. Because the production style is so different, that's why they need what they call a facilitation producer, someone that understands Western style filmmaking as well as Korean style filmmaking, to make it happen, and make either party understand each other.
Yeah.
I think it's time for you to let me drive.
Yeah. We're gonna have a driving session.
So what kind of driving session are we talking about?
So what kind of driving session are we talking about?
Maybe 2 wheels.
Okay.
I'll record from outside if that's gonna happen.
Show me what you got.
I don't think I can show you much on a straight road with bumps.
Okay, it's now David's time to drive. So I'm here. I don't even know how to put the seatbelt.
How do you feel, Tristan?
Yeah.
I'm glad there's speed bumps.
So this is a nice big area.
Yep.
Should we start with some donuts?
Yep. Whoa!